From custom image map markers to ability to create a data type from a JSON structure. So hello guys and welcome back to the channel, to this FlutterFlow update. This is the April 18 update 2024 and we are going to be looking at these two main features. If you haven't already, please make use of that subscribe button and let's get into it. So let's just look at overview real quick the features that have been released. We have custom image map markers. So this gives you the ability to put like markers on Google Maps. This was not available, but now we can currently do that. You can either set an asset, therefore an image, or you can use the default indicator to position this. Now the next we have data types from JSON. So you can actually paste like a data type of maybe an API call or something, a service that you are using, and you'll be able to get a a FlutterFlow data type created from that JSON structure that you pasted. I think this is very, very amazing, and a couple of other fixes. And guys, as you already know, this is our FlutterFlow update project. This project is available that I can share with you so that you see everything that I'm doing so that you can try and implement. And below you see a link to actually test it out for yourself. So today is April 18, 2024. This is the update that we'll be looking at. And right here I have the folder that holds that. So the first thing we have is the custom image map markers. So I have this interface that I've designed. The custom image map marker can come in handy, say you want to indicate like a location on Google Maps, or probably let's say somebody is navigating and you want to show like where they're coming from to where they're going to, visible on your map. I think you can do that. That is very, very amazing, and we're going to look at how to do that real quick. So this is the interface that we're going to be using. Here I have this container and I have this locate button down here. So in this container, I'm just going to add a Google Maps. But first, as you already know, first things first, you need to configure your Google Map. So I've already done that. I have Google Maps here. I don't want to open that section because it's going to show like the keys that I'm using. So you need to configure your Google Maps. Like go to your Google Cloud Console, you create your credentials and whatnot, you import them onto FlutterFlow to be able to use Google Maps. So inside this container, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a map there. So that is Google Map. It's just going to fill this interface, as you can see. And initial location, well, I'm just going to leave that to what it is. This is the difference that it makes now. We have mapper icon, right? So it's currently shown to default. And the number of markers, we already had this thing. This allows you to select like, do you want multiple markers or a single marker? So you can select single or multiple. I'm just going to select single. And then we can specify the document. If the marker type is a document or a latitude and longitude, we can select that. So let's just take, for example, latitude and longitude. They will need to submit the value. So what I want to happen here is I need something like for a user to be able to, let's say you want to locate somewhere on the map. You should be able to input that location, and then the map and that indicator goes to that location. So I can think of a simple way of doing it. Let me just put this play speaker. Let me add a play speaker here. A play speaker. So have our play speaker. And what I want to do is I just want to create a page state, right? I want to create a page state that will hold the latitude and longitude. Remember, what we have done here for this map is we've set the marker type to be latitude and longitude and not a document. And we have our marker icon default. We can also set an image. I'm going to demonstrate that in a little bit. So I'm just going to keep default. And the marker indicator is currently showing violet. Let me put something like red. I think red is what is normally used by most map services. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a page state, and I'm going to call it selected location. And the type of this page state is latitude and longitude. Where is it? Lat long. Again, I'm just going to confirm that. So for example, when the user selects a location and click on locate, I want this marker to be pointed to that location. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to come here on this locate. First off, we need to put the marker to point to this page state that I have created, like the marker lat long. They say this helper says the lat long used to set the mapper marker. So I'm going to do this, and I say page state selected location, right? And that's going to be the location that I want to be indicated on the map. So locate, let me click on locate, and when locate is clicked, what do I want to do? I want to update page states. What field do I want to update? The selected location, lat long, and I want it to be the value from this selected location play speaker. So I'm going to go widget state, and I say widget state, place picker value, what field, the lat long, and I'm going to confirm. Now, when this is done, when we select the location and we click on locate, it should take us, that mapper should go to that location. I'm just going to start up a test mode, a test session, so that we can see that in action and confirm. And while it is running, when we are back, I'm going to show you how to also use like an image as a place marker, or whatever, a map marker. All right, so we are here. Yeah, like I mentioned, if you want access to this interface, like we have all of these updates done and you can actually test them. So for update April 18, we're going to click here, and we have custom image map markers. So this is what we have here, and our map should load in a couple of seconds. Okay, that's our map. That's the default location. So I'm going to select the location, and let me type Douala. Well, Douala is a city here in Cameroon, so I'm going to type that and wait for it to give a selection. And there you go, Douala, Cameroon. So I'm going to pick, so I've picked that location, and what I'm going to do now is click on locate. Or I don't know what's supposed to happen. Anyways, okay, I think, yeah, let me zoom out so that we can actually see like where Cameroon is on the map. Yeah, maybe that will take us to Douala in Cameroon. So this is Africa. Oh no, that is America. This is Africa. Whoa, and that is it. We go Douala. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, so this is our indicator. This is a map marker indicating Douala. So let me select another location. Let me say I don't know places. Let me say London. London. I don't know where this is, but let me just click that and locate. Yeah, the map marker disappears from here, so it should be somewhere in London. I think London is up above here, if I know my map correctly. Or we can zoom out. Yeah, and that is it. Okay, that is cool. That is cool. So we have the map marker moving to the locations like we do. So I think what we can do here is, since we have this thing just moving, it's changing the location, but it's not actually like taking us to the location. We can actually move the map to that location. So the map has this method. Let's go on map, has this action that says move map center. So we want to move the map center to this location that we have set to our page state, right? The selected location. So after we update the page state, we move the map to that location that we've set. So if I refresh that, we should have something working seamlessly. All right, so we have this. Then I'm going to go to update 18, custom image map marker, and the location I'm going to select is, let me do Kribi. I'm just taking you to beautiful places in Cameroon. So Kribi, Cameroon, and when we click on locate, yeah, it actually moved us to the location. As you can see, this is cool. Yeah, so there are very interesting things that you can do. Okay, now let's see how we can change this marker to be like an asset. I don't really have any asset to demonstrate with, but you can create something custom for yourself. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select image. I don't know if I have any beautiful image here that I can use to denote that an asset. And yeah, I'm going to use Nocode Solutions, this logo, to denote that marker. And if I refresh that, we should be able to see this map now showing with a custom asset or a custom image as a marker, and that is very, very beautiful. Let's say you're building a dating app, for example. You want the users, their images to be showing in a specific location. You can do that. So if we come here, we'll open update April 18, custom image map marker, and this time let me do somewhere in India, right? So let's say search India. The thing is, I don't know towns. That's why I'm just searching by city names or country. I don't know. Let's say India as a whole, and see what is going to happen. Okay, I don't think that has refreshed very well. Let me refresh the app. All right, so let's try again. Custom image map markers. I'm going to search. We're searching for India. Let me say Bangalore. I don't know if that's how they call it. Bangalore. Okay. Yeah, something like this in India. And locate. Please take us there. Please take us there. I don't know why that is taking long. Locate. All right, so we are here, but I don't know why the marker is not changing. The marker is supposed to change. Am I refreshing the app correctly? I think so. Why is this not changing? I have no idea. The marker icon I've set to an image and it's supposed to change, but it's not updating for some reason. Right, let me actually make a visible change so that if something is happening, then we should be able to see. Let me do hybrid here so that we have the map presented in this way. And let's refresh. If it shows that way, then it means it has refreshed. All right, let's try again. April 18, custom image map marker. Yeah, okay, it looks like it has refreshed. Let me go to, I don't know what I'm typing, but I'm just hoping to see somewhere. I don't know where that is. Let's just locate and see. Yeah, okay, this doesn't appear to work. It's not changing. The marker is not changing to an image. I don't know if there's any resolution or any criteria that we have to use to match the image type, but yeah, as you've seen here, that does not appear to work. But so I looked around for like a custom marker that I can use. I didn't find anything very interesting, so I tried generating with this thing Copilot, and these are the options that we have. I think I like this one, and I'm going to download and use this one. All right, so I've imported the marker here and it's now showing. Let me just make the size to be about 50 and see. This is what we have. So this is the marker. Yeah, it has changed to this. I think if this can go, it will be amazing. Let me refresh again. Let's try that again and see. All right, let's go. Custom image map marker, select location. This time I'm going to type Boya. This is a place here in Cameroon too, and Boya, Cameroon. That's our location selected. Locate. Okay, we still do not have our custom marker showing, so I don't know if I'm doing something wrongly or why. I don't know what exactly I'm doing wrongly, but yeah, that is supposed to show, but it is not showing. So I don't know why it is not showing. I have no idea why it is not showing, but yeah. Right, so the next thing we have is data types from JSON. Now this is very helpful. This is going to be so helpful. There's ability for you to create a data type by just pasting your JSON data type, JSON data structure, whatever thing. So take for example, like when you make an API call, we have this API calls that we created here. If you remember in one of the previous demos, we have this API calls. Now what we can do is we can actually create our data type by just evaluating the returned structure of that API call. So I don't know which video exactly for this crypto object we had to create this manually. Look at this, and we only selected just a couple of fields. Take this API call, for example, the one that CoinGecko API that fetches a list of crypto assets, like the top 100 crypto assets. So if we send this API or call this API, you are going to see this response. Now this is a lot of details here, but what we only created, the data type we only created to hold that crypto object was just what we needed, just a few. So this gives you ability for you to, this new feature gives you ability for example, copy that the data it returns from that API call, and you can just import it into FlutterFlow to create a data type. So let me use, for example, this get random users API call. Let me use this, for example, test API call. Now we have these are the results. These are a list of users, right? So I'm just going to copy this example response, this JSON body that has been returned. I'm just going to copy that. So let's just preview it here, and I'm going to paste that here. So if you paste the JSON, you're going to see that we have results, which are a list of the user items or user objects. So for example, we can copy this example user object, which has like nested objects. It also has nested items. We can copy this, for example. Let me copy that, and let's create a data type for it. Initially, if you have to create a data type, we have to come here and say we want to add a new data type. We define the data type. I will start adding the fields manually, and that is very cumbersome for a response that has multiple or even nested data types. You have to first create the children before you come creating the parent object. So in this case, FlutterFlow has made it simple for us by just creating a data type based on a JSON response, which is what we have copied. So I'm just going to create a random user object, for example. This is our data type, and I'm going to paste the JSON here. Anyways, this is our data structure. This is what we have here. We have all of these details about a user, a random user, the gender, name, all of this. Now if we click on create, it's automatically going to create like a random user object with all like the sub nested objects that are inside. So take for example, gender is a string, that's correct. Name is of a data type, name. So if we come here for to this name type has a title, first name and last name. So that is what we have here in this our JSON structure. For example, if you see it here, this is what we have for a particular user. User has a name, the title, the first and the last name. This other aspect we have, let me take for example date of birth. ZOB has of data ZOB. Let's look at ZOB here. We have the date. The date is called string. Now one thing we may want to do is you may want to actually like modify this so that the date should actually be like a date type. This is just for presentation purposes. FlutterFlow has evaluated this thing to be a string, but we want our date to be presented in the form of a date, like an actual date. So a good thing I can do is, this is why it's good to ever just evaluate. It's just good to evaluate. So you can just come here and add a new field. This is the beauty of it. So you can add a new field date and select the type of date time. Where is it? And everything will still be the same. So you can just go in and look at all of those. So pictures, something like pictures, I have large, medium, thumbnail. We can change it from string to something like an image URL so that it stays where. And I think that's that. With that, we can just now modify our API call to just reference the data type already. And when we call that, our data will just be passed to that a particular data type that we can use within our application easily. I think that is a very, very useful feature. Let me know down in the comments what you think, or if you have been waiting for this. What amazing thing are you going to do? Okay, the next thing we have is added helpful tooltip. Yeah, I think this is very important. Like when you're working with FlutterFlow, like all of these things that they have here. Like for example, all these tooltips to just explain a couple of concepts go a long way to help people understand how the platform works or what you can do with things. Fixed code generation box, yeah, there's no way I can demonstrate that, but yeah, if they say so, then that's amazing. Fixed walkthrough box. Since walkthrough was released, it has always been a little bit laggy and messy up, so this is good to know that they are still keeping track of that. Then upgraded Go router, yeah, the router to do your navigation and all what around FlutterFlow. That is interesting to know. Now, new features we are working on. We have the rich text editor. Well, if you guys did not know, I made a rich text editor into the FlutterFlow marketplace, and it was approved. So it's good to know that they are working on something like that. But I made a custom, like a custom widget or whatever, how will you call it, into the marketplace. I made a custom widget for the rich text editor. That has been on popular demand because I've worked on projects where I had to use a rich text editor multiple times, and I saw people struggling in the community too. So I made this custom widget, and it's on the marketplace. FlutterFlow has approved it. So as you can see, this is my item, the rich text editor. This is it. Well, it was approved on the 18th of this month. So it was approved on the 18th, and so far I already have 15 people using it. The 18th is just like 2 days ago. So this is it. You see that like the first usage was on the 18th of this month. That's when it was approved, and we already have this number of people using it. So I think if FlutterFlow is working on something like this, then it's amazing, and it's glad to know they're trying to promote that. Well, if you want to check it out, this is the editor, the rich text editor. It's on the FlutterFlow marketplace. You can check it out. I made this editor, and it's working very well. It's a what you see is what you get editor with a couple of functionalities, and you can customize a couple of things. It's fully responsive. Anyways, I'm not talking about the editor, but yeah, it's good to know like a FlutterFlow is working on something like this, so you no longer need to like have to do custom things and whatnot. Okay, so I think that's just that for all the updates that we have for this season. We have Android adaptive icon support. Yeah, we're waiting to see what that's going to be. Notification bars count on iOS. Well, this is the only like new recent release that FlutterFlow has no made up of FlutterFlow AI, or something that they've been speaking about for the past couple releases. So hopefully that's a little bit going to be out of the door soon. Fingers crossed. And let's wait to see all the new amazing features. So guys, that is it for the update April 18, FlutterFlow update April 18. And please, if you haven't already, this time I'm actually begging, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me grow, and yeah, it motivates me to make more content. Please leave your comments. If you have any difficulty, you can reach out to me personally. And if you want to support me, I don't know, yeah, because I'm just putting all these contents out there. Yeah, just rank up my subscribers, please. I have a goal. Do I have a goal? Well, bottom line, we can conclude I don't know how to end videos. And yeah, it's glad to know that there are people watching. I thank all those of you that are commenting and leaving your feedback on my content. Thank you very much for watching. Just subscribe. And my birthday is by the end of this month. If I can get a reasonable subscribers, that will mean a lot to me. So thank you very much, and be sure to reach out if you have any difficulty. Thank you for watching again. Hey.